going live today. I'm going to make oatmeal lavender bath bombs. So if you want to learn how to do it, I'm going to show you everything I use. And after I'm done, I will type up a list of the ingredients. Well, I have a list of the ingredients. This is my little recipe that I use every time. And I will type up everything you need. So I'll just go ahead and show you what I use. So I'm doing the oatmeal lavender bath bomb. This is organic rolled oats. What I do for this recipe, I take organic lavender and the organic oats, and I use a food processor to make it more fine. So this is what it looks like after I'm done doing that step. I use citric acid, food grade. I'm going to use organic refined coconut oil. So this one doesn't have the scent of coconut, which I use this one in most of my bath bombs so that I can choose my scent. In this case, I'm going to be using organic lavender and a little bit of organic orange essential oils. So I get those from my local market here. It's called Oliver's. I'm sure you have a Whole Foods, or you can order them online. For the foam in the bath bomb, I use polysorbate 80. So I got this on Amazon. And it just, it's non-toxic, it's vegan, but it just makes a little bit of foam. Then we have organic jojoba oil, organic castor oil. We have cornstarch here, so you can use any kind you want. It's really cheap, actually. And then Epsom salts. So this time I'm using Dr. Teal's, but you can use Saltworks or anything else that any other brand that you like. Let's see. Oh, and then if you want to add coloring, you can use mica powder. This is purple. You can get these on Amazon also. Or I sometimes use these. I got these on Amazon too. They're colorings, food grade, and non-toxic. So I just find these harder to mix in. It takes a lot longer, so I've kind of resorted to using the mica lately. Okay, so of course you need a bowl, and I actually use a fork, sanitized, of course, to mix my bath bomb ingredients together. Just for me, it works the best, but you can do whatever works for you. Okay, so I'm going to put my ingredients up here. All right, so I'm going to start out with 3/4 of a cup of baking soda. So here we go. So I'm using a 1/4 cup measuring cup. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You can adjust a little bit. I've noticed with the coconut oil, like if it's a little more melted or a little more firm, sometimes I'll have to add a little extra of the dry ingredients. So you'll see what I mean once you do this. Okay, baking soda, 3/4 cup citric acid. I have my 1/4 cup in here already, so I'm going to do 3 even scoops of this one. Okay. Next is 3/4 of a cup of cornstarch. So I'm going to use a sifter. That's what this thing is. So a lot of times the cornstarch has clumps in it, I've noticed. So I'm just going to use this 1/4 cup measuring cup and pour it into your sifter, and go ahead and do that. This gets rid of the clumps. So that's 1. Okay. so I need a quarter more. All right, next is Epsom salt. I'm gonna do a half of a cup. That. Okay. Next up, 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. There we go. Okay. One. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Honestly, I was feeling like it was way too peoply out when I had to go get some supplies. Just happy to be home. I'm a mega introvert, so introverts will understand what I mean by that. Too peoply. Okay. All right, so that's 3 tablespoons. Again, that's organic, refined coconut oil, so it doesn't smell like coconut. If it's unrefined, then it's going to smell like coconut, which if you're doing like a coconut scented balm, which is fine, but I prefer to kind of have a clean slate. That's why I use that one. All right, next, half tablespoon of polysorbate 80. Okay. And then a half tablespoon of jojoba oil. And then, let's see, a half teaspoon of lavender oil. Depending on like how strong you want yours, you can add more or less. All right, 5 drops of orange. You can adjust it to. I find that it cuts into the lavender and it kind of makes it just a little more smooth of a scent, in my opinion. I'm gonna do just a little bit of purple mica powder. I don't measure it. I guess you could do like a half teaspoon if you want. Quarter to a half teaspoon would probably be enough. A little goes a long way with these ones. So this is like the shimmery stuff that you find in makeup a lot of the time. So that's what it's, that's what makes that shimmery look. Okay. And then we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of the oatmeal lavender mixture. All right, I'm gonna mix it up. So this is kind of what it looks like right now. It's like I'm baking something. But I use bath bombs all the time, and it's so nice. Like, it just adds that extra element of relaxation to your bath. That's really good self-care. Sometimes it's hard to get myself in there, but I make myself do it anyway. Oh, I know what I forgot. Sunflower oil. So I use organic sunflower oil also. So it says 1 tablespoon, but I might need more. I'll start with 1 tablespoon. That. So I do all of my bath bombs by hand. You could probably use a food processor to mix all the ingredients together, but I haven't tried that yet, so I just do by hand. And you have to get all the clumps out. So the coconut oil, it's sort of like in clumps, so you have to really like crush it and mix it with all the dry ingredients. And then you'll be getting that like sand texture. The more you do this, the more you'll know. Like, it has to be a very specific texture, not too dry and not too wet, or else they won't form. When you use your mold, it just won't work very well. They'll either break apart, or if it's too like oily, it won't come out of the mold easily. It'll be like gloppy almost, and it won't hold its form. So. I had a fast forward. Okay. I'll save this side GTV too, so you can watch it later if you want, if you missed the live. Alright, so starting to get the right texture. Still have a little ways to go. I'm actually going to add more sunflower oil, so it's still too dry. So usually I will increase it by 1 tablespoon at a time, or like half maybe. Get some more light in here, maybe. To see how it's coming on. I like the fork because you can like crush the little clumps better, easier, it's just more effective. Getting better, just still not there. So I'll do another tablespoon of sunflower oil, and I'm actually going to do another tablespoon of coconut oil. So right now it's firm for the most part. It will melt if your room is really warm, so you just have to be careful of that. So I get my bath bomb molds I actually got some on Amazon and I got some at Michael's. My favorite one is the metal. So I like the metal ones a lot. They also have plastic ones, but this one's my favorite. I like that it has a flat bottom, so it sits like on the table easily. It's nice. So this is looking really good. So if you can see here, it's starting to kind of clump together. So if you want to test it, usually you can just grab like a little bit, squeeze it, and you'll feel like the texture, if it's staying together like this, it's a little bit moist. I can see the oil on there. It's just because I haven't mixed it together enough well yet, so I'm gonna do that. But it's pretty close. It's looking good. All right. So what I do on my oatmeal lavender bath bombs, actually put a little bit of the oatmeal mixture, or actually I use a few of the oats. So this is a 1/4 teaspoon, and I just put it in the bottom, kind of in the center. And then I will so I'm going to fill this half. I don't really press it together yet. I put kind of like a mound of it on each side, or in each half, I mean. Grab the other half. And you could use a spoon. I don't know why I use a fork. I think it's out of habit. It would probably be easier with a spoon, but do it this way. Yeah. Right. So now that you have both sides kind of overfilled, this is how I make mine. So I squeeze them just together, really firm. You can like twist them a little bit together. And then I just clear the extra off like that. And then I sort of twist. One side usually comes off easier than the other, so there's one. Right, there you go. And there's your bath bomb. So these are so great. They're so therapeutic. The jojoba oil, the sunflower oil, and the coconut oil, plus the lavender and orange oil, it's just so good for your skin. Like, I get out and I don't even need lotion, so that's kind of a plus. Yeah, this one came out pretty cute. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have any other questions, let me know. I'll post the ingredient list, so the recipe, and all the measuring cups and things that you need. And I'll let you know where I got everything too. So I hope this helped, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you soon. All right? Okay. Happy Saturday.